Hey guys, welcome to the refactoring tutorial. So, so basically, when you try to refactor, so let's say there's an opportunity for you. You see uh, some code base in your repository which has such a huge responsibility in terms of. So you can see it's doing a lot many things. It's doing file operations, it's trying to do read, it's trying to write to a file, it's trying to do some JSON operations, and it's also trying to do some looping, some conditionals, some inner looping. So yeah, so this gives you enough reasons to refactor this code as much as possible, and Eclipse gives you a super fast way to refactor using the refactor menu, where you can see so many options are given to refactor a particular unit in different ways. So you can operate the method, operate on parameters, you can operate on classes, interfaces. So many things you can do. So let's try to understand how we can achieve our refactoring as professed by the agile gurus like the well celebrated book Martin Fowler tells you how you can refactor your existing code and make it more maintainable. So you factor your code into multiple maintainable classes so that you remove the duplicacy and you make it more manageable. You make it self-documented by providing reasonable names to methods and variables such that any new person who comes in just looks at the code and is able to understand, add or remove functionality as the requirement maybe. Okay, so let's get into working. So as you can see, there is this file operation which is happening, and this can move into a separate method in itself. So let's see how Eclipse can help us in doing that. So within Refactor, we see this operation called extract method. So this helps us in extracting a block of statements into a separate method. Let's do that. Okay, so it's trying to do some pre-checks. Oh, so yeah, so sometimes the tool might error out on some preconditions which you need to correct before proceeding. So let's see what it says. It says selected block modifiers more than one local variable used in subsequent code. So yeah, so it says there are some variables which we're trying to move, like container, which is being used further. So let's move this statement out of this code block and then try, which has nothing to do with the file operation, and let's not try again refactoring on this code block. So we say refactor and extract method. So yeah, so you can see this time it has given us a dialog box and telling us to provide a name to the method we want to create. So let's, since it is doing the read operation, let's say, and it's accumulating a buffer. So reading the file and accumulating the buffer. So let's say file to byte array, and the modifier is private, and this text box. So it says replace 4 additional occurrences or statements with the method. So the one advantage of refactoring is as you try to refactor your code, you're trying to remove the duplicates as much as possible, uh, helping helping us in reducing the bugs which might be getting duplicated. So this really helps. So let's proceed. It's proceeding, and as we can see, it has created a new home for a set of instructions. And generally, it creates a method below, and it's returning the buffer as expected. And now we can see the method call being retained here. So as you can see, some of these statements have gone into a method, and again we can proceed to further refactor this whole code block. Uh, Now, until what point do you refactor? The general thumb of rule is that your method should contain, should come up in one screen. If it's going beyond a screen, then it badly needs refactoring, as you can see in this method you're trying to work on. And I know you must be getting impatient to format the code as well, which we shall be doing later. So let's try to first identify. Okay, so one more code block is there which is trying to write, do some write operation on the file. So let's try to extract one more method out of it. Let's extract method, and we'll name this, since this is doing a write operation, we'll say it write, and it's trying to write a JSON to a file, so we'll say JSON to file, and we hit OK, and see which it has created one more method. Let's remove, and it is create one more method for us which does nothing but it writes a file with the provided JSON which it has already added as argument. So here we see that how extract method is able to extract methods and parameters, and similarly we should be proceeding to refactor this as much as possible. Let's try to capture more in the next tutorial. Goodbye.